Welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. This is a podcast where we express our love-hate relationship with video games on episode 44. I'm your co-host, Gamer Composer, along with my two favorite best co-hosts, Lord Brioche the Bread Slayer.
Wrong way.
And the man himself, Executioner.
Hello.
With the side guest of Goofy.
Yo, what's up, man?
How are you two doing today?
Fantastically.
Not so good. What? Pause.
Ooh.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened? You said you're not so good. What happened?
No, I said fantastically.
Oh.
That's like the complete opposite.
My bad. See, what the problem is like the internet and then the satellite waves and then, this guy, Kingdom Hearts. It affected the hearing. I'm doing quite well, man. I'm praying that this Prey gets a little better from the
game?
demo.
Prey?
Yeah.
The remake or the reboot?
The reboot, whichever. Reboot, the remake, the re-edition. I thought that was a new game. So I don't know where Prey.
So we're not gonna get into it. It's not on our topics for today because we actually have a full list of hypeness to do, don't we?
I mean, it's all right,
yes,
man. I guess.
You guess, sure.
I guess.
Being so modest.
It's whatever, man. Lord Brioche.
All right, so I'll start us off.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. We forgot to do something, guys.
Oh yes, of course. How can I forget?
We forgot to introduce
the segments.
Yes.
But we already know what it is. We're all hyped up today. So we're going to begin the segments with it's all about the hype. We're hyped up. Hippity hypers. Hyperdrive. Hyperdrome. Take it away, Lord Brioche.
Okay. So it's all about the hype. Last episode, I brought up the topic of how Atlas gave out some streaming guidelines concerning the game Persona 5.
Yeah.
And a number of streamers weren't too happy about that, so they were trying to find loopholes, and they were like, you know what, giving the finger to Atlas, I'm going to stream this anyways. So just as of recent, as of April 26th, according to Polygon, Atlas apologized for setting out these streaming guidelines and for its tone, how it delivered its message. So now they actually extended the 7/7 date in game where streamers were originally supposed to stop. They extended that date to, I believe it was November 26th. So there's still kind of some restriction, but at least they're giving some slack now. But honestly, I think that they're just going to keep extending the date to eventually envelop the entire game. But at least they apologized, and I think they're trying to fix things up a little bit. But I mean, the damage was done.
You don't apologize.
Wait, Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
I think it says November 19th.
Oh, November 19th, my
mean,
bad.
It's a small thing. It's not that big a deal.
It was November in general. Yeah, so...
Nah, man. Atlas,
Yeah.
you fucked up. You know you fucked up. Everyone agrees you fucked up. You fucked up.
Yeah, the moment I saw that article, I was just like, Atlas!
We're sorry that we didn't want you to spoil stuff for other people and we were preventing you from, streaming past a certain point. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to stream a little bit further past a certain point and then still stop you. What a dumbass move. Why didn't
you don't apologize?
Yeah, man. First of all, you don't apologize, especially for some shit like that. It was already stupid to begin with. You might as well just stuck with your guns and continue with the stupidity. Second of all, why not just do what everyone else does? If you don't want a certain point to be streamed, just have your game cut it off. I mean, we said this about Knack, Nick Knack, Paddywhack, Give a Dog a Bone, and Kingdom Hearts 2.8 or 0.2 of Fragment Passage also has the same thing. Because I was actually recording my gameplay, and then I couldn't record it anymore once I hit a certain point. I was like, the fuck? Like, damn, Disney. But, Lord Mickey.
Yeah, so Atlas, but that's that. Ifukushino, do you want to do your topic next?
Oh yeah, man. Esports! Esports, man. So, supposedly, in the 2022 Asian Games, the Olympic Council of Asia announced that they will be deciding to put competitive video games as an Olympic sport. Granted, the game is just FIFA, but, it's not too bad. I mean, FIFA's that one game, and, all you need is FIFA. Next will be League of Legends, then Warcraft, or whatever, the Hearthstone and shit. Then you got Overwatch that'll probably come in. But the most important thing to think about here is that we have fighting games that could easily become Olympic game sports. You can get gold medals, silver medals, hell, even a bronze medal. It's not the best to get a bronze, but at least you can say, hey, I'm the third best in the world. The fuck are you?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's just really nice because that if it's an Olympic game here in the 2022 Asian Games, then it can be an Olympic game in the official Olympics.
Mm-hmm. And
just to let you guys know that this year's 2020 Olympics, we also have a few sports that were kind of like casual type sports to do and stuff like that, or ones you wouldn't really consider like high pressure situations being in this year's Olympics in 2020 in Tokyo. And that is baseball, softball, karate, skateboarding, sports climbing, and surfing. So if all that shit can get in, video games is next, man. Ain't no excuse. That's my story. What y'all think?
I'm gonna get ready to be an Olympic champion.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
damn.
awesome. I will go to all of your events and cheer you on. I'll be your biggest fan.
Yes!
Well, first of all, what are you going to be playing? That's the real question.
Don't worry about it just yet. Don't worry about it. Just know that I'm gonna get started, okay? I'm an Olympian.
Yeah, but in what game?
I don't know.
All right.
Let me think about it first.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
Just, can I think?
Sure.
Gosh.
While you think about it, you can also go next.
You know what? I will. I'm going to be an Olympic champion in the games that are actually, it's a perfect segue. Perfect segue. In the top 10 parts that everyone gets stuck at in some games. So Mojo did this article. It's a video article about it. And it'll be in the show notes. And I'm linking it to y'all now so that you guys are in loop. But they did this article about some really hard parts in video games that people get stuck at. And so a few of my notes was they said was Battletoads. And I never played the game. It was on Super Nintendo. But I guess there's this like subway part where it's extremely difficult to like hop over these things as the screen is just like flying by in a 2D side scrolling. And they were just like, yeah, this part's impossible. There's a tutorial in Driver. I think this was on the lower part of the top 10. I think like around like within the top 5. And there's a tutorial for doing like 180s and such like that. Now, mind you, Driver is this like Grand Theft Auto type of game. And you have to do all the entire tutorial in a garage. So you don't have a lot of space. Not like a house garage, but like a parking structure garage. But it's only one level. And so you don't have a lot of space to do these tricks. And you have a time limit as well. So it's like really difficult to pull these car tricks off and do stunts while you're in a limited space of that. So I can see how that could be frustrating. There's a level in Conkers, and there's this one really was like, got it. The Silent Hill games, I'm telling you. Silent Hill 3. There's a puzzle in the game whereas you would have to know prior Shakespeare knowledge in order to get through the puzzle.
Oh, that's easy.
Really? So you're a Macbeth?
Yo, man.
Connoisseur.
Yeah, I know Macbeth. I know Macbeth 1, Macbeth 2, Macbeth 3, Macbeth 4, The Electric Boogaloo. Macbeth 5, Homer's Revenge.
Oh no. Oh goodness.
I know all the Macbeths, man.
Are you done lying?
I'm not lying, man. I'm just doing alternative facts.
So you have to have prior Macbeth knowledge. Just kidding. Prior Shakespeare knowledge in order to get through the puzzle. But that's not all.
Oh, that's not all.
For that one. That's not all. There's a hidden code within the actual literature. And so you have to not only know the knowledge, but you have to figure out the code as well.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know shit about Shakespeare stuff. Midnight Summer's Dream, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet is the closest thing I know with Tybalt and Tiglath.
And Timmy.
There's no Timmy.
Yeah,
But
there's a Timmy.
I would be stuck as hell on that game. I would be pissed. I think I would just give
wouldn't.
up. But as an Olympian of video games, I will triumph these top 10s. And that is the way of thinking, my good sir.
That's not going to be an Olympic game.
Well, you try and do it then, huh? I challenge you, sucker.
All right, well, you give me
Ooh.
Silent
Talking
Hill
all
3,
that
and
smack.
I'll do that code, man. You get the game, you get the save file, you get me to that point, and I'll do it. Damn. Easy.
Such a cheater. You're not a red tunic at all.
What the hell? What?
You're not a blue tunic. You're not a green tunic. You're not even a pink tunic.
Yo, I'm what I need to be to get that double.
Cheaters!
And that is what an Olympic
Cheaters.
gamer is.
Where's the host at? He should be popping outside your camera right now.
You know what? Whatever, man. Lord Brioche, go, man.
All right. So
Don't
speaking
scare.
of Olympic games, do you guys think speedrunning will be a part of
Oh, yeah,
the Olympic
absolutely.
games? Yeah? All right.
Yeah, I
so,
can see that.
Hell yeah. I can
that's
see
pretty
that.
cool. So speaking of speedrunning,
Okay.
recently there was an article posted also on Polygon on Animal Crossing and how a speedrunner, I believe his streaming name is called Eggman, he beat Animal Crossing in less than a day. So when I saw this, I was just like, what? Because I remember when I played Animal Crossing, I had to, because Animal Crossing is, the timing is scaled on actual time in real life as well. So 1 minute in game would be 1 minute in real life. So if you want to get more items and I guess progress through the day, you kind of have to time skip. So you'd have to go into the system and change the day and the time if you want to go forward more in game. So I thought to myself, okay, if it was less than a day, that means obviously he would have to time skip, or she. I'm not sure about if the streamer is a dude or a gal, but if they had to time skip, even with time skipping, I have no idea how they would do it in less than a day. So then I read further in the article, and sure enough, there were codes that they put in. But beating Animal Crossing, that means getting all the gyroids, upgrading your house all the way and paying off all the debts, upgrading Nook's shop to the highest level, donating all of the items to the museum, collecting all the gyroids, doing this, doing that. I'm just like, how do you do all of that in less than a day? You know, like, that's insane. But props to this. Even if they did use code, I don't know. What do you guys think about using codes for speedrunning?
I
Wait,
think
you mean when it glitches? When they use the glitches to get through them? Yeah. I think we talked about this briefly, didn't we?
We did
but
a little
we can
bit.
talk about it again.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm impressed that he was able to learn instant transmission to be able to get all that stuff done or manipulate time.
Mm.
I'm not a fan of the glitches. I would respect speedrunning if you naturally played it fast and got through it. So, I mean, you know what? I'm not going to mention it. But there are a few games on the 64 that people have done naturally to get through, and that's their best time. They beat it in like 8 hours. Or for example, for me, I played Beyond Oasis, and when I was a kid, it took me days or weeks to beat that game, but I beat that game in 8 hours. So I beat it in a day. And it's the first Sega game that's an RPG as well. It's Sega's first RPG, and it's a huge adventure open world type of game that's on that system, and I beat it in 8 hours. And so I didn't use any glitches to do it. I mean, I'm sure someone maybe could do it quicker, or like my friend James, who beat Tailgater on Game Boy as a world record. He has like a time of like, I think, under 34 minutes. That's really cool. And he doesn't use glitches at all. I respect you playing the game as naturally as you can, as opposed to you glitching the game out to try to get ahead to do that. I mean, the game has glitches, yes, obviously it's software, but I just feel like it doesn't feel as organic. And that's just my opinion about it. But I like it. I mean, it's cool. Just do it better. And play it on the native system, please. You guys already know how I feel about that Castlevania dude, Symphony of the Night. Playing on Xbox 360, mind you. Nothing against that. But that's not its native origin.
Yeah.
of that game, and you're playing it blindfold. That's what you get. That's why you get stuck on stores. Idiot. Trying to be
All right.
fancy.
Well, as an Olympic pro gamer, I'm gonna be honest right now.
Hold up. Who said you were being an Olympic pro gamer?
Because you don't have the Olympic state of mind. There's no such thing as cheating it.
We're throwing hands.
There's no such
stopping
thing
the
as
show.
cheating if it's built into the game.
We're throwing hands.
So if the cheat codes are in the game and the glitches are in the game, then it's a part of the game.
Okay, Olympic
And
champion.
you use whatever method you can to get that W. Because that's all that matters.
Fine, you play Yu Yu Hakusho and tutorial flawlessly. On
I did.
PS2. No, you didn't play flawlessly.
I did.
Video, it didn't happen.
Touché. That's true. But I did, and that's all that matters.
I don't believe you. Murder.
Yo, if you want to be an Olympic speedrunner, you gotta do whatever it takes to get that W, man. So
what do you
use all
guys think?
glitches,
VidMe community.
use
Who
the
you
code.
side are you on? Are you on my side or on this fool's side?
Look, VidMe community
Holler at
already
us.
knows. Look, just message us at the Chronicles Gamers Podcast at gmail.com or
No,
right at
VidMe
the bottom. Or
What do you
no,
think?
they're gonna agree with me. VidMe people are gonna agree with me. I know you're gonna agree with me. SoundCloud people will probably agree with me too, man.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Fuck out of here,
They know.
All right, whatever. Who's next? Me,
I
right?
believe
Big
you
Sweet.
are.
Yeah,
Hell
yes.
Digital games are crushing, physical sales. It's been proven that the recent trend, the market in 2016, that physical formats has been increasing and total digital has been growing over the years and has gotten to the point that gamers have spent $24.5 billion on games overall between 2010 and 2016, and that between that money it's mostly been on digital. In fact, 53% of reason why gamers play and mostly buy digital games is because of the multiplayer games that they buy. So they really just do it. They really buy these digital games mostly so they can play with people. So digital sales have been making 3 times as much as physical sales. So now the argument has started to become, this is on VG 24/7 and GameSpot. I'm kind of just giving you the cliff notes. I don't want to give you like the actual data because it's quite a bit of data. And you could be like, damn, this proves that digital's the best. Nah, son, it just proves that it proves that publishers like to put sales on the PS4 and Xbox One and the Switch, maybe the Wii U. And people just like to buy their games at a cheaper price, which is understandable. But let's be honest, digital does not mean that it's the wave of the future.
The way of the future.
It's not the way of the future. Because you want to know why? No, it's not. Because you want to know why, man? Until publishers officially tell people like GameStop and Best Buy and Target and all that stuff, we're done trying to please you. We're just going to sell to the consumer. It's just not going to change. It's not. Sure, we'll get our few sales here and there, but it's not going to change. But I do want to point out that digital is kicking physical sales ass. So yes, an argument. It is better to buy your games digitally. But let's be honest, if you play a really shitty game, you're stuck with it. You're stuck with it forever. Because you can't trade a digital game. But you can trade a physical. Oh yeah, man. Like when I played Shadow of Mordor, I wasn't having too much fun. I paid $20 for it and I wish I could sell it because I'm stuck with it. Forever. And I'm never going to play it again. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
So that's how I feel, man. What about you guys? How do you feel about digital versus physical?
Physical all day, baby. Physical all day. Non-stop.
Lord Brioche?
I do like physical as well because, well, firstly, downloading games onto a console, depending on whether or not you have a memory card, if your console has only a set amount of memory, then you can kind of, only download a certain number of games, or you have to like erase data to bring in new games. So that's kind of, I don't know, to me it feels sort of inefficient. So, but with physical copies, you can get as many games as you want. Just switch it in and out. You don't have to worry about memory. You don't have to worry. Well, you might have to worry about memory for like game data and save data and whatnot, but
and patches.
Not as much. Yeah, not as much as having to worry like, oh, do I have to like delete this game to bring in a new one? Things like that. So I do have some digital games, especially on my 3DS, but it was because I was too lazy to go to GameStop, I will admit.
Bam! What did I tell you?
I didn't want to put on my socks and shoes, so I just bought the digital copy. But I would prefer physical copies over digital copies.
Told you, folks. Physical. Look, we're not talking shit about digital, and yes, digital is the way of the future. But I'll be honest with you, man. Okay, well, these two are talking shit about, digital. I'm kind of in the neutral because I do like. Okay, Gamer Composer is the only person talking shit about digital, and we're neutral on physical. Bro, stop shaking your head. We're neutral on physical. Although I kind of like physical more, but the whole point is we're not making fun of digital. We're just saying that if you're going to start making more digital games, we kind of need systems that can be able to handle it. Because it's already 30 to 40 gigs to download a game. Then it's like maybe between 10 megabytes to 10 gigs to download patches for that next game. And then to continue having patches for that next game. And we only have like maybe 500 gigs or 1 terabyte. And that shit eats away really fast. So I don't think we're ready for the digital age. I don't think consoles are ready for the digital age. I think they're having the same problem that PC used to have back in the day. And that was, hardware case problems and storage problems. So we're not ready. For right now, we're not ready for digital. We need to stick to physical for a while. Support GameStop. Kinda. Support Best Buy. Maybe. Support Target, I guess.
Yeah, actually, Target's really good with some sales sometimes.
But look, man, the whole point is this. PC Master Race is still winning. I hate to say it. It sucks. Next topic.
Well, I could go one or two ways, but I decide I'm going to go this way. So it's interesting that we're talking about the sales of everything. Because actually, Activision is considered one of the top 10 best stocks of 2017 thus far.
Bullshit.
I'm not kidding. Performing at 38.1%. And so it's due to games like World of Warcraft and Call of Duty that boast the loyal followings, and new titles like your favorite Overwatch that are growing. What you got to say?
Overwatch is Blizzard, man. And Activision.
And so is Warcraft. But not Call of Duty. But yeah, so titles like Overwatch are growing in popularity, and due to the influx of like new customers, as well as in-game purchases. So there's, transactions that have totaled over like 3.6 billion in the last quarter. That's pretty remarkable. That's 38.1%. I mean, you buy your stocks now. I mean, unless some shares start going up to like $60, $80, $100 a share. Like, I think it's really good to invest. I know I've already got my stuff set up, so.
Oh, so you bought Activision stock? Is that what you're saying?
Of course, I'm not dumb. 3.6 billion in the last quarter. Do you have 3.6?
All right, man. Maybe I'll look into some Activision stock.
Look, ain't nobody pressuring you. Do you have it? No. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do. I've been kind of curious to learn about the stock market, and maybe Activision can make me some money because they keep losing me some interest. So
you need to be an activist about it.
I'm being an activist. I'm actively seeking them for some more money. It's about time Activision paid me for once. How about that? Lord Brioche, how do you feel?
All right. Actually, funny thing, I was just learning about stocks the other day. So,
Really?
yes, it's...
Enlighten us.
Yeah,
I'm not
please do.
too knowledgeable about it, but...
Give it to us. Spill the beans.
Yo, man, teach the people.
Okay, so the one nugget I guess I learned was basically when you have stocks, you want to have a diverse portfolio. So that way, like, because it's kind of like the whole don't put all of your eggs in one basket kind of a thing. So I guess using this example, I'm sure Activision is doing well. You wouldn't want to put all of your money in Activision stocks because, like, what happens if, I don't know, something happens and Activision takes a dip, all of a sudden all that money you invest in there, the value is going to drop. So, but if you spread out your money across different companies and different types of stocks, then you're guarding yourself against more risk of companies falling and whatnot. So, like, some might fall, some might rise. It's just better to spread out
fluctuate.
your money.
Okay, look, I want to do Activision. I want to do Virgin Airlines. I was thinking of doing American, but I heard that's a fight club. And so, yo, I'm not letting anyone forget about that. I know it's been more than a week. I think it's like 2 weeks now. And people have really forgotten about American Airlines. But let's not forget, folks, American Airlines will fuck you up. Literally and physically.
Oh.
I'm
You
scared.
know it's the same thing. Yo, that's why you buy stock now, man. You invest in the Fight Club. Because, look, you fly American Airlines if you want to get stronger. It's the hyperbolic time chamber. Except in real time. All right.
All right.
You're next.
Should we move on to the next topic? Okay. So, speaking of sales and money and things of that nature,
Cha-ching.
the NES Classic is actually back on sale
Man,
at
that's
Best Buy. Because remember last time we spoke, I believe they cut off sales, but then, let's see, as of April 23rd, according to Polygon's article, they are back on sale. So I guess they're just trying to
Are they back
get
on
more
sale
out there.
at certain retailers? I only heard that it was at Best Buy.
Best Buy,
it's only
yeah.
at Best Buy.
Best
Okay.
Buy.
And then I heard they sold out.
Yep.
So they're not on sale.
Well,
By the time this have gotten out now, if you could
They'll be
find
back
it in
on
your
sale.
Best Buy, you found the goose that lays the diamond eggs, man.
mhm.
Or the
So-
oil eggs.
Hey,
That's not good.
I wonder if Elevator... What's the game you played, Lord Brioche? Elevator
I believe it's
That-
called Elevator Action.
Action.
Elevator
Do you know if that actually came with the NES Classic?
I do not.
Oh,
Do not
'cause I'd be
know.
interested to play, but...
Mm-hmm.
No.
I try to look for it.
No.
I know we have it in storage somewhere with my family back up north, so if I can find it, then that'll be gold.
Treasure Hunt is coming back,
Yeah.
people. Treasure Hunt's coming back. I know it's been a while, but it's coming back. Thanks to Lord Brioche.
All right, man, calm down. Look, we all know people want to pay a crap ton of money for this freaking NES Classic, but I don't think it's worth it.
Mm.
It's dumb. It's not worth it. You can just get an NES. How am I gonna? I'm not hating. I just hate the fact that people are really gonna try and kill each other for this freaking little itty bitty time. You know what? F you too, man. How about that?
I didn't say anything.
Look, man. You did.
You told
You're holding
me
up
to calm down, remember?
Like, I'm calm. I'm calm. Lord Brioche, am I
And
not
I
calm?
cannot
I'm
calm down because this is all about the hype.
Well, then I'm definitely gonna need you to calm down, sir. I need you to count to 10. Do it again.
You're so
It's not
retroactive.
calm
Oh,
down.
thank you. Thank you so much. Well, speaking of people, waste their money on boxes, little bitty boxes. I also have this
Tiny
article from IGN, The Troubling Psychology of Freaking Buying Loot Boxes, aka the pay to loot system, where people buy loot boxes even though they get a free loot box for leveling up. in the article, IGN kind of compares games like Battlefield 1, which I had no idea does that, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Overwatch, of course, I know does that. Gears of War 4, I kind of know that does that. Hearthstone, I know does that, where you actually could just play and earn like certain like tokens or whatever the thing's called, and you can actually buy in-game items. But if you don't feel like playing a lot of games, you can just like use your real money to have money to buy in-game items. But it's starting to become more of a serious thing. People have been really dropping $20 to $100, maybe 200,000 on like loot boxes. And I myself have done it. Just recently, I've done it for the new Overwatch, event that's going on, which is going to end May 3rd, I believe, May 2nd or May 3rd. And I won't lie, man, it's kind of addicting. It's a little addicting. Not hugely, because I'm pretty low level, so it's very easy for me to be able to get loot boxes compared to like other people I know who are extremely high level, and it takes them like maybe 100 games to finally get one loot box. But here you can buy a 24 loot boxes for $20, or like 120 loot boxes for $100 or something like that, man. It's kind of tempting, and I can understand why, because you really want to be able to unlock and get like the certain costumes and stuff like that in game. Because who wouldn't want Tracer to look like a punk rock person, or have Witch Mercy? Like, goodness, no, I dropped $20 on Witch Mercy, or Reaper looking badass, man, or having the golden guns that shoot golden bullets that do nothing special. They just look cool. I mean, I don't know.
You can just look at art.
Yeah, I know, but it's some really good looking art, man. The article is actually pretty interesting. I'm downplaying it a bit because, if I were to go into detail, we'll be here for a little bit. So what do you guys think about the troubling psychology of pay-to-loot system?
I'm not really a fan. It kind of reminds me of Zynga with the whole
Zynga.
What game was that I had? Oh my gosh, I can't remember their games. I want to say Farmville. Oh, that was on Facebook, and so people were. I mean, they had a amalgamation of other games that were similar to Farmville, but that was really popular. If you guys remember, like maybe 5 years ago, and they had that kind of system a little bit, and it just feels very dirty. It just doesn't. It doesn't sit well with me in my mind, I guess, about it. I don't know. I don't play those type of games, so maybe it's not appealing to me in that way. Like I said, like, oh, you want to pay $20, $30 for some golden bullets? Like, you could just make golden bullets out of some cupcakes and eat that and enjoy it even more.
Where? How? Please teach me
less
how
than $20 YouTube, man. I check this stuff out all the time.
To make actual gold bullets?
You could just 3D print it. I mean, it costs you way more, but you get friends that could do it.
So then, technically...
No, I'm just saying, like, why would you want to pay $20 to look at that in the game so it looks good? Like,
because
damn, it looks good. Is the game work? Is it as you're having fun? Does it play?
Yes, I'm having fun playing Overwatch.
Cool. Then you could save $20 and go get some food.
I got food. I want
to save $20 and go actually get a different game and play more content. How about that?
I got a different game and I play more content. Can I not have magical golden bullets?
$20 on look at some bullets. Good for you.
Thank you.
I will not hate.
Clearly you are, because you're really feeling yourself right now.
I will not hate.
I'm gonna need you to stop feeling yourself. Laura Brioche, how do you feel?
Well, there's a bunch of different things to take into consideration. For example, the whole paying for extra items and whatnot in game while you can earn them for free just by spending a little bit more time in the game. I guess I like the option that they allow you to be able to buy these things. Like, for example, maybe you might not have so much time to invest in the game to get enough loot boxes to get a higher chance of maybe getting the skin that you want to earn or whatnot. But there's also the issue of self-control. So like you said, it could be addicting, for some people it might be like, okay, you know, like maybe I'll buy $20 worth of loot boxes and then that's it. Some people might drop a lot more than that, and that can become an unhealthy habit. So, you know, there's always going to be an up and down. But considering the whole art aspect side, I guess I kind of look at it as, you know, like some people go out and buy art, you know, like art, like picture frames, painting of the scenery or painting of like a frog on a lily pad or whatever. So in that way, I guess I kind of seeing it as buying art as well. It's just digital art, you know? And then you can look at it, you can see how it interacts with the environment and how it works in game and whatnot. So I just kind of see it like that too. I don't know if the money that you pay to go buy loot boxes, I don't know how that's spread out into the company. I would hope that, well, actually no, it might not work out that way, because like, at least with Overwatch you can get a whole bunch of different things like sprays, skins, the voice lines and whatnot. So, but in a way I'm hoping that, you know, whatever artist works on the skin or whoever voice acted a line or whoever did the art for the spray, like at least, you know, they're getting more money for their work. So but
I think Blizzard takes good care of their people, because I'm following a few Overwatch voice actors and actresses, and they seem really happy and they like playing their characters, man.
Well, that's changed a lot in the past 10 years. We actually know a few horror stories, don't we, Kushner?
Yeah, back in the day, man, voice actors and actresses had it was murder, INC.
Not even that. Just remember the work ethic, how it ruined some marriages.
Yeah.
Actually, this is not. We're not giving away anything. There's articles about it there was a whole movement about how Blizzard wives were upset because their husbands was staying too late.
Going to strip clubs.
It's good to see that the culture has changed. Definitely with them.
Yeah. Blizzard's got their act together, man.
My friend just started there, so
good for him, man. He should give me some free loot boxes.
You always want some free stuff. You always want some free stuff.
Not really. I'm just asking for loot boxes, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got them loot boxes.
Just play the game more.
You know, man, that's just hard, man. Just can't get them loot
Get
boxes. Loot boxes. All right, Gamer Composer.
So I got something cool to announce.
You got them,
and
loot
that
boxes?
is that violent video games have no effect on the record for antisocial behavior.
It's already been on the record.
Well, according to Digital Journal, a study was taken recently, and the violent content influence of the ability of the gamer and its empathetic words towards other individuals has no effect. So take that for you politicians and all these other people who are like, it makes people like do bad things and it makes them antisocial and blah 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 blah. No, you're wrong. Because the study showed considered the relationship between playing video games that was rated as having violent content with antisocial behaviors such as a rise in aggression with lower levels of empathy. So they had assessed like the emotional impact of playing like violent games, and the German scientists used a technique that was functional. It was like a functional magnetic resonance that was imaging to assess long-term players of video games. So they did brain scans and they focused on the activision of like the specific brain regions that was compared to other non-game players. And while the two groups were asked to view images designed to increase the emotional response, each of the subjects in two groups were like male. Well, with gamers of heavy usage, that was defined playing around like 2 hours a day or two, like a 2-year period. They had games such as like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike, which are those type of like really violent games that people get involved with and that they assess or that they link those type of behaviors to. But the outcome was that it was just a neural response that emotionally was provocative with the images of non-gamers. So from this, the researchers have pretty much concluded that empathy is not reduced through playing video games without violent content over a long term. And so you can't say anything because they did their homework.
So
take that.
Facts.
Take that. I mean, there's more in the article, and I mean, it's not that long, but I'm happy that they decided to do research like that and clear the video game negativity of our name. We do positive things. We help ADHD be reduced.
Mm-hmm.
We're not a part of antisocial behavior.
Nope.
Dealing with it.
Yo, man, we're making kids more focused so that way they can be Olympic gamers. Yeah. We're getting kids into fucking college when they take video games seriously.
You're getting scholarships from video games.
Yeah.
You're getting insurance from video games.
Yeah. Like a good neighbor. A PlayStation
Video games is there. Ooh,
oh, that's
PlayStation. Ouya's there.
Ouya.
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 What do you guys think? I mean, Ufikishin, you had said yours, but do you have any more input?
This is what I have to say. The next time anything bad happens and someone mentions a video game, slap the shit out.
I don't lay hands on people.
Okay, fine. Don't slap the shit out of them.
Because they'd be like, see, video games made you do it. I'm like, no, you made me do it.
I made you do it. This is what I want you to do. Next time someone says something, I want you to just look at the bottom of the video. Bid me people. I want you to click that link. I want you to save it, put it in your bookmarks. Next time someone says anything, you pull up that link, you send it to them, and then this is what I want you to do. You look at them dead in the eye, and you go like this. Facts. Facts. Done. That's all you gotta say is facts. Let them read that shit. And if they're like, well, shut up. Facts. I don't know if this is facts. This ain't no alternative facts. This is facts. Facts. Bitches. Done. Lord Brioche?
I am done with my topics, so...
Well, we were just seeing if you were weighing in on the...
Yeah, and then we'll go to Guess Who's Got Tenure.
And
then I got one more topic.
Oh, I got one more.
I was never a fan of people who blamed video. Like, I guess I can kind of see the correlation between, like, oh, maybe you're running over people in GTA or whatever, and I don't know, that might cause something within the player. But honestly, I've always viewed video games as more of an escape as opposed to something that would build negative emotions or negative feelings within a person to make them go out and act into. If anything, I feel like if they do feel angry or whatever, they can channel that anger into the video game itself. So it's more of an outlet as opposed to a cause of negative behavior. So I'm glad that, physical evidence and tangible results were made from facts. That evidence is made from this, and the fact that this research was done in the first place. And now it's like, hey, look, it's not video games that's causing people to act this way. So.
Yeah. So instead of us getting mad, we should be glad that one person wants to teabag us when he kills us 1,000 times, because he might just be angry at the world, and that's his way of releasing things. So take the teabag, man. Just take it. Use that as motivation to teabag him back. And then you'll become friends. And then that's how relationships are formed in the digital world. Facts. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to do the teabag, but it looks
Dude,
weird.
you were doing something. I don't know what that was, man. Looks
like
you
guys teabagging games. I don't know what would look more weird than that. So
that's not weird, man. That's just therapeutic release. Facts.
Are those facts?
Those are my facts. I can get you the car facts or the game facts.
No thanks.
All right. I got one more, folks. This one, I don't even know what to say. So, on Kotaku, there was this localizer who was asked to remove this reference and the new JRPG game, Akiba's Beat.
Oh, that's that Japanese game. I just heard about that.
Yep. So, Xseed will be publishing this. Xseed will be, they localized it here for the West. So, it'll be coming out shortly. I forgot what day, but it'll be coming out shortly. Pretty much, there's a joke in the game in Xseed where well, the guy who did it, his name was like Lischowitz. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm very sorry. You guys will let me know if I'm saying it right or wrong. But Lipschowitz says that so there was a joke in there about this a light company, and the original phrase was from the joke. Although the joke has nothing to do with the 3 letters I'm going to say, but it was called, the original name for the company, for this like electric company, was called KKK Witches. But the company didn't know about it. So then Lischowitz told him, like, yeah, KKK here in the U.S. means, the KKK clan. And then the people that made the game were just like, oh shit, fuck that. We're going to change it. And they ended up changing it to ACQ Witches. And then Lischowitz was like, why did you do that? You shouldn't change it. You shouldn't censor your shit. And he was like, you know what? Take my names off the credits because you guys are censoring yourselves. Like, this is bullshit. You changed the whole game. And it's like, well, it's not that big a deal. They were just using 3 random letters. They just thought KKK was funny.
So if there's a game made and they put a terrorist group in called ISIS, that's gonna be okay.
Well, see, maybe it's the way I'm gonna explain it, but the parody of the joke was the light switch company was called NKK Switches. And then there was a sign in the original Japanese versions that read KKK Switches. So I guess when they translated it to the US, maybe, someone called it KKK, or I don't know. It's like I said, that's what it has on Kotaku. Maybe somewhere along the line, something got mixed up, but it ended up being called KKK, Witches. And I guess they thought it was funny. But at the same time, the company didn't know that that's what KKK stood for. They didn't know about the Klan and stuff like that. They just thought of the word. But once this guy Lipschowitz kind of explained, like, yeah, this is what KKK means here in the U.S., the company was like, fuck that, we're gonna change it. It wasn't that big deal for them. It was just 3 words. It doesn't change the whole value. It doesn't even change the joke either. The joke still stays the same. Everything stays the same. It's just they changed the 3 Ks to ACQ, and then that's it. But what's funny is the man is like, yo, take my name off the credits. I don't want to be on this. And everyone on the internet is looking at him like, this is not censorship. This is just, it was a bad joke. And it was a joke that they didn't even want in the game anyways. They didn't want to promote something like that. And the internet has just been like, you really want to fall on this? You want this to be the thing you want to defend? Like, it's like, really? This is censorship? What do you guys think? It'll be on the show notes, folks. You can just look at the bottom. Maybe you can read it and let me know what the heck you think. I don't think he did anything. I mean, I think the guy's kind of like, I don't think you should defend this. Like, it wasn't that big a deal.
If he wants to be butthurt about it, so be it. Take your name off your credits. Like, oh, I want to take my name off. Like, you're just censoring yourself. Whatever. Like, if you don't like the food, get out of the restaurant.
Church. Lord Brioche?
Thinking about it a little bit more, I would have thought that as a localizer, he would have been more understanding of why they made the changes that they did. And yet, a completely different kind of reaction spilled out. So people are just gonna be people, so I'm just gonna sit over here and say, hey, you know what? The company changed, good on you. They're trying to, I feel like they did it out of consideration. They're not trying to censor anything. It's not like something was there and then they're trying to cover it up,
Right.
They made the change. So
NKK, KKKs,
NHK,
ACQ, ABC, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's not as bad as like, Funimation when they, did the localization for Dragon Ball Z back in the day, which I still find funny. But a lot of people were upset because they were like, yo, this didn't follow exactly what is said in the anime.
Yeah, they censored a lot of stuff for the American version. A lot of things. Like there's cursing in Dragon Ball Z, and it's amazing. It's you're like, they got away with that?
Oh man.
They're saying those words? That's cool. Like
That's why you gotta watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, because that's when they take it seriously. Dude, everyone likes Kai because they said it follows the anime. Yeah, bro. I just went to C2E2 and people still say they prefer Kai over the original.
They're dumb.
They're more into the anime.
Just watch the original Japanese version. They got subtitles. It's better.
They like the fact that not only it follows the traditional anime, but it's also cut in half. You know, it's not. You don't need to see 10 minutes in.
Do you realize what you just saw? Okay, so if you're talking about it being truncated in terms of time and it getting to the point, fine. But you can't say it follows the original when I tell you to watch the Japanese version. That's the original anyway.
I'm just letting you know how they feel.
I don't care how they feel.
There's a great, huge people. Look,
Don't
Anime
look like
Central. You want me? I can go ask people at Anime Central this year if you want, man. I'll just go around with a clipboard and be like, "Hey, so we're taking a survey. We'd like to know which one's better: Dragon Ball Z, the original version, or Dragon Ball Z Kai." You know, would you prefer that, gamer composer? You really? You gotta turn off your lights. You're just gonna disappear.
Does it look like I care?
What's that? I don't even know what to say right now.
I don't.
Does it look like I care?
Yes. That looks kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Lord Ryosha's Skype picture is not scary. Okay, that's fine.
Well, no, it's worse than that. It's worse than what you're doing right now, but still, if it makes you feel better. You need to turn on all the lights. You might want to turn on the light behind you.
All of the lights, I will. I'm going to go with the last topic, the level up topic of it all. Why indies should release their video games in box. So,
because you said so.
I wish people would take my word for it, but they're not. So, I was reading this article and I thought it was very interesting. The reason I feel like it's close to me is because I feel like a lot of indies are kind of doing this, but I know that it's like a big risk and it does get very expensive. But they do popular games that I feel like they do well that would release in box for casual gamers such as like myself and maybe for you too, if you agree. And I know that Stardew Valley was released in box along with Ukulele, which is, pretty cool. And they have like different businesses that are set up, with studios that release their games in retail stores such as GameStop and other people like other publishers that will have physical distribution. So I just think, like, I work in the industry, I obviously do game audio and so on and so forth, and it would just, at least for me, be cool to know that indies would want to release like physical copies. You don't have to release like 100,000. I mean, but I guess if you need to see like your profits worth, then it needs to be a following. But it is cool to have something tangible, and because that's where it used to come from. You look at retro collectors; they're collecting 64 boxes, they're collecting Intellivision boxes, and so on. Even the PS4 box someone bought from someone I forgot for $10. Like that's a console game, but I'm talking about like it. They are interested in having physical releases, and there is a market for it. And so in the article, it discusses why there's the checks and balances between why it's good and why it may not be financially possible to release physical copies of the games, and why digital is still good. But Rocket League and Overcooked, those games do really well and popular. They get physical retail releases after at least a successful year, or a year after at least a digital release. And there's companies that are making it more accessible and cheaper for the indies as well, such as Limited Run Games. Thank you guys so much, because Limited Run is the perfect, I think, business approach to it, because you don't have to worry about Ubisoft or Activision for that Matter saying, or any other publisher that is a mega publisher, to say, well, if you sell X amount of copies, then we might consider putting out a physical copy. But I've looked at indie games such as Brothers, which is not a super popular game, or Talos Principle, which is a cult classic or a cult following game so far, and may become classic in the near future, that I've seen at Best Buy or Target in the case. And I was like, wow, I saw that game on Steam. I didn't know that they went ahead and did a physical release, as opposed to Shovel Knight, which is an extremely popular game, which has a Kickstarter and a huge following overall. They get a release based off of their Kickstarter backers and tiers and rewards. But I don't remember Brothers having that. I don't remember Talos Principle having that. And Limited Run will offer indies is like, hey, you know what? We'll do a limited run of X amount of copies. We take this amount of percentage. We'll do all the work for you. And I met another company that does this too. I can't remember the name. But I think it's really awesome that they'll offer that opportunity or that reward towards people like me, at least, who love to have physical copies of such, because I do appreciate the physical art of it. And I do appreciate that having something tangible to say like, hey, I got this, and it's, even though my PS4 died with the hard drive or whatever the case may be, I have this game on here to hold and look at the disc and stuff like that. And maybe because I'm old school, but I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, you are
so
retro,
I hope
so.
Oh, here we go again.
I don't think this is something I hate about, but I do agree. It would be nice to have some physical copies of certain games.
What games would that be for you then that are indie titles?
Run Gun, Jump Gun. So that way, when I get mad, I can just throw the box at something. Yeah.
Instead of screaming so loud that the microphone is clipping.
Yeah. Goodness forbid. Or Four-Sided Fantasy.
Yeah.
Although I'm not really stressed when I play that one.
But you would I think you appreciate it so much.
Or Lifeless Planet. That'd be another good one.
Dropping some Serenity Forge publishing things there, I see.
Yeah. I mean, it makes some good stuff, man.
Yeah, they publish some good stuff.
A bit.
What?
Reality. A bit.
We have a physical copy.
Wow, it was, I didn't feel like doing it.
How much was that, by the way? Do you remember?
It's like $60.
Okay, that makes sense. But then it doesn't. It does, but it doesn't.
That's what I said.
It does because
Stop.
They have to recoup the cost for.
Agreed. Because
they're self-publishing, as opposed to when No Man's Sky did it. It was $60. They didn't really need to do that.
Do we really want to compare one shitty game to one that
I was just thinking because of the publisher money. That's what I'm saying. Like, No Man's Sky didn't really need to do it for $60.
But No Man's Sky didn't need to do it at all. It would have been better. No Man's Sky could have just continued lying for the rest of its life, and it would have been a great game. Look, I'm sorry, but I already told you, I'm not buying that game. So unless someone wants to give it to me, not as a gift, as a present, as a Christmas present, a birthday present, a Hanukkah present, a Kwanzaa present, whatever fucking present, just don't give it to me as a present. If you want to give me the game, that's fine. I'll play it that way. But don't give it to me as no fucking present, man. I'm going to be pissed.
What's the next flight to Chicago? I will deliver it personally to your door.
Served!
That's fine. If you want to serve me the game, that's cool, and then I'll actually play it. But as of right now, that game is.
So that was our last level hype.
Now it's time for Guess Who's Got Tenjo? Get the fuck off me. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Let me put you down, because I'm about to get real.
What was that about? You went to convulsions over there?
No, I was trying to get Goofy off me, but Goofy wasn't having that.
You gotta be that animated to get him off. Like, start doing the Harlem Shake.
Oh, goodness.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
I don't know any of you.
Sorry. I think I went a little too anime in that one.
We've been disowned. Lord Brioche, the Bread Slayer, has made her decision.
What's the decision, Lord Brioche?
The decision is we should continue on to the next topic.
All right. Guess who's got Tenjo? It's me versus Lord Brioche. 1-on-1 for August. I mean, not August, April. Why did I say August? For April.
Damn! August!
I know. We're ahead of we're in the future right now. But all right, so Lord Brioche, we do have a problem.
Oh.
Parappa the Rapper remastered on the PS4. IGN did not review the remaster. They had the original score. Do you want to count the original score or no?
Well, if it's not, because we did the remaster, right?
Yeah.
If they didn't do the remaster, then let's not count it.
Okay.
Can you pick another game really fast to kind of make up for that one in order for you guys to get 10s?
No, because I kind of already looked at the others.
Okay.
So I would be cheating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You cheat anyway, but that's fine.
No, I really didn't. You got to remember, these scores were picked before any reviews were put out.
I'm talking about you cheating in other things. Continue.
You know what? Forget you too, bro. You know that you're just hating. Look, that's what you're doing. You see that? Bam. Whatever. Anyways, guess who's got Tenjo? Persona 5, which came out April 4th on PS4 and PS3. I gave it a 9.5. Lord Brioche gave it a 9. Gamer Composer actually gave it a 10. I'm going to count the score. I know you're not playing, but I just wanted to show you something, Gamer Composer. IGN gave the score a 9.7.
Oh, dang!
So if Gamer Composer was playing, he actually would have gotten a point.
What game was that? Persona 5?
Persona
Yep.
5.
But since
yeah.
he quit, I get the point.
Oh, because you got closest to it.
Yeah. Good job for quitting, buddy. All right, so we can't do Parappa the Rapper. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, which came out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC April 7th. I gave it a 7.6. Lord Brioche, you gave it a 7. IGN gives it a 7.8. So I get the point.
Dang.
You know what, Gamer Composer, you want to keep score? You want to get a pen and paper? Mark it down.
Why? You already reading the scores.
Yeah, I know.
What
Don't you want to tally?
Oh, the tally. Yeah. I'll do that right now.
All right.
Sorry. Sumimasen.
Well, it's all good, man. No habla, Japanese.
Oh dear.
Please stop.
First of all, I said habla right.
Continue.
Whatever. Ukulele, which came out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC April 11th. I gave it a 7. Lord Brioche gave it a 7.5. IGN scores an 8.2. So Lord Brioche gets a point.
Yes, my first point.
Yes, so that is one. Wow, well, I have 3, so it doesn't matter, man. It's all good. Dragon Quest Heroes 2, which came out on PS4 April 25th, and no one really announced or made a big deal about. I'm really disappointed about that. But I gave it a 9. Lord Brioche gave it an 8.5, and I'm really pissed about this, but IGN gives it a 7.5.
Oh.
Lord Brioche gets another point. Damn, what the fuck, man? Well, so it's all good. It's 3-2. Ain't no big deal. I still got this. Outlast 2, which came out for the PS4, Xbox One, April 25th. I gave it an 8.8. Lord Brioche gave it an 8. IGN gives it an 8.3. So Lord Brioche gets a point.
Oh.
Chase, what's the score?
3-3.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, which comes out on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, or it did, April 25th. I gave it a 7.5. Lord Brioche gave it a 7.8. IGN gives it a 5.5. I got the point!
Dang.
Okay. Alright, 4-3. Let's do this. Okay. Siberia 3, which came out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, also on April 25th. Another silent release. I gave it a 6.7. Lord Brioche gave it a 7.2. IGN gave it a 7.1. Lord Brioche gets a point. You know, it's all good. It's all good. I got Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares coming out on which came out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, April 28th. I gave it a 7. Lord Brioche gave it a 7.5. IGN gave it a 8.8.
Oh, wow. That's
That
pretty
means
good.
Lord Brioche gets the point. Oh shit! Come on, man. I can't lose. I can't lose. No, it's okay. What's the score, Chase?
5-4, Lauren.
That's all good. I got 2 more. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Nintendo Switch, April 28th. I gave it a 9. Lord Brioche gave it an 8.9. IGN scores it a 9.3.
Oh.
So I got the point.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking
9.3.
about.
That's pretty good.
All right, we
That's
got
pretty
one more
darn
game.
good.
Portal
Okay.
Knights.
This is it.
PS4, Xbox One, and PC, April 28th, which it came out. I gave it an 8. Lord Brioche gave it a 7.8. IGN scores a 9.
Oh!
I win! Yes! What's the score, Chase?
6-5, Executioner the winner. Point with
Good
the lead
job.
point.
It was close.
So,
Boom!
but you guys didn't get to 10, so both of you lose.
That's not the game.
Yes, it is. It's Guess Who Got 10s, yo.
Yes, between 1 through 10 in video game review scores. Not who gets 10 collectively.
Go back and listen to the rules.
That's the rule I told you. You made up that second part of the rule.
So you lost. If I made the second part of the rule.
I won.
You won this round, but you lost the game.
No, I won the game because that's the game.
Cheaters as usual.
That's
Okay,
not.
y'all.
Oh my God. How you gonna tell me and I'm the one that made the game?
No, I'm the one who made the game.
No,
Okay.
you got the name. The name is yours.
And I said make a game out of it.
Today you are the winner. Let's just go
Yes,
with
thank
that.
you. 2-time
So-
champion.
Celebrating your victory. We'll get
where
you
at,
next
Goofy?
time.
All right, I'm gonna give a special shout out to Goofy. He was with me
After
from day one.
Harlem shaking him off.
Look, man, Goofy,
Such a-
he understood. He understood what this game was about, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to Goofy. I'm gonna give a shout out to well, the Bulls lost. So I want to give out shout out to Lupe Fiasco holding it down for Chicago yesterday on the league. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to me, myself, and I. Who's ready for May? Who's playing, actually? We're all playing?
Sure.
You sure? You want me to? I can retire if you want, man. It makes you feel better. I know I beat you guys 2 times in a row. If you want me to take a step back, I can.
We need a champion, so that way there can be a chance for underdogs to win as well, you know?
Sure, man. Whatever makes you happy. I'll stick around. So, for the month of May, we have Prey, which is coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC May 5th. What do you want to give the game? Because I think it's going to get a 9. Oh, wait, we need to pick who we're going to do the review score from. What,
Eurogamer, no.
Well, then we all lose.
No, that would actually be interesting because we would have to just come up with adjectives.
Mm-hmm.
No.
What was it?
But then it
Recommended,
wouldn't go up with
avoid-
10s.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's true.
who do you guys want to pick, man? It's got to be the big name.
My gut's telling me GameSpot.
GameSpot, Lord Brioche.
Okay. Let's go with GameSpot.
GameSpot. So we're gonna go to GameSpot for the month of May. We're gonna use GameSpot's reviewing, and we're gonna show you how biased it is. Because that's the whole point of Guess Who's Got 10, Joe. It's to prove how literally stupid it is to rate games on a score of 1 to 10 when knowing the fact it's gonna get patched later on and all that shit. Look, yeah, dude, this is supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be a fun joke. What do you want to say, Gamer Composer?
Nothing. Let's just get this shit done.
So it looks like you want to talk some shit. So
I don't. I really am confused right now. This Just let's pick these numbers. Let's
why
do
are
it.
you confused? It's supposed to be a joke. We're just
pick
taking the jokes.
games. Let's pick the games, please. I'm
Fine.
dying over here.
Whatever. I made him laugh. I did my job. So I'm gonna give Prey a 9.
My guts. Oh, they don't do. For the record, they don't do a point system. They just give straight numbers,
Yep.
like normal
They
people.
do. Yeah,
So
they do.
the-
one
Like
I
normal.
like
ogre.
normal. So what are you trying to say about IG?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8. That's what my
8.
gut's telling me.
Lord Brioche.
7.
Okay. We have Strafe coming out on PS4 and PC May 9th.
This game makes me upset. I'm not gonna talk about why, but I played this game. I'm thinking it's gonna get a 7.
All right. We got Gamer Composer a 7. I'm gonna say an 6.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna get a 6.
Lord Brioche.
You know what? I'll give it an 8.
Okay. Injustice 2 coming out on PS4, Xbox One, iOS, and Android May 16th. I'm giving it a fucking 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
I want that number 9 too.
Okay, so we got 2 number 9s. We got The Surge coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC May 16th.
The Surged?
The Surge.
Oh, The Surge.
Sorry.
That's a game I'm not too familiar with.
I'll give it an 8.
8? Okay.
7 for me.
We're going to do double 7s.
Okay.
We have Samurai Warrior Spirit of Sandra coming out on PS4 and PC May 23rd. I'm going to give it a 7.
I'll also give it a 7.
I'm giving it an 8.
Okay. We have Friday the 13th coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC May 26th. I'm going to give it an 8.
I'm giving it a 7.
7 also.
We got double 7s and then 8. All right. We have Get Even coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC May 26th. I have no idea.
Get Even?
Get Even. I'm going to give it a 7. Actually, I'm giving it an 8.
Oh. I'll give it a 6.
Giving it a 9.
Damn, we got 2 ballsy numbers. We have Guilty Gear Revelator 2 coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC and PS3 May 26th.
8.
I'm gonna give it an 8 too. 8.
Oh wait.
Guess who got 8, yo?
Guess who's got 8, yo? All right. We have Rhyme coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC May 26th.
It's getting a 9.
9.
8.
I'm saying 8. Lord Brioche.
Oh, also an 8.
8. All right. We have Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, coming out on Nintendo Switch May 26th.
I'm gonna give it
a 7.
Oh.
What game is this?
Ultra Street Fighter 2.
2.
Dang.
No,
2. Chase is
I'm
giving
just
it a
kidding.
2.
I'm just kidding.
Nope, it's 2.
No, man, I'm just kidding.
I know
But
you
I
are.
think it's going to get... Oh, gosh. I think it's going to get like a 7
8.
or 8. I think it's going to get an 8. I think it's going to get an 8.
Lord Brioche.
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Shh.
All right, whatever, man. What do I know, right?
You can't say anything.
It's not like I haven't been champion 2 times in a row, man.
Who knows? You might be the champion again.
Nah, I can't be the continuing champion. Well, actually, I could. You know what? Let's go for a 3-time title defense. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is officially it for.
Hey, but if you want to participate, send your guesses
Yeah,
in for the games that we mentioned for Guess Who's Got Tenzio.
Yes, and you can message us at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. It's over there. where my hand is disappearing, and it's pulling me. Sorry.
Oh, no, come back.
I almost fell.
Careful we don't enter the shadow realms.
Yeah, that's true, man. I don't want to lose the duel. So then I'll lose myself. That's what happens when you lose Guess Who's Got Tenjo. Anyways, we're going to take a small break. We come back.
Break it.
We're going to go into the next topic. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Chronicles of Gamers podcast. We hope you had a good break. We
Yeah, it
surely
was
did.
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
cool.
hopefully it gets better. We're about to get into some cool indie radar. This is where we put indie games on the spotlight, games that we played recently. And we have a special one for you this week. Lord Brioche, take it away.
Okay, so just recently I played a game called Wrestling with Emotions, which can be found on itch.io. So where do we even start with this game? Okay, so it's kind of like a speed dating game, but instead of looking for your perfect match, like a romantic perfect match, you're looking for a perfect match for wrestling, like, wrestling. So you get to create your character, and I think there's 8 different other characters that you come up with, and like speed it, you ask each other quick questions, and it's not timed, but because of the number of questions you have, after you complete those questions, there's like a little bell that rings in the corner, and then you move on to the next person. So the funny thing about this, though, is that some of the options for the text, they're a little...
Yes.
What's the word? They're a little out there. I would, if people want to try out the game, please do. I think you'll have a lot of fun. The artwork is great. The artwork is really cartoony, and really, for me, was... Well, okay. The art style was nice. If you're not a fan of looking at, like, super big, muscular dudes, then...
What?
Maybe.
Then why watch
Yeah, because
wrestling?
it's a wrestling...
Right.
Yeah, it's a wrestling game. So, but I'm just saying, for people who may not want to look at that kind of art, then maybe the game isn't exactly for them. But the art style itself, the craftsmanship is good. I like the art style. So, and the music is great too. There's actually this one character that's like really gangster, and the soundtrack for it is like, it's super hardcore, and it's just like ka-ching, blam, blam, like all these sound effects with like gunshots and like the money ka-ching, ka-ching. It's great. It's great. I love it. I love the game as a whole. I love the gameplay, and there's I should have a video of me playing like one of the segments with one of the characters, and it got a little bit too much for me. But yeah, you can watch the video if you want.
We
But
highly
otherwise,
recommend it.
Yes.
it's a great game. It's a quick play. It's nothing. It's super casual. You're not like in a FPS or anything, or nothing
Or
too
wrestling.
intense. You're just you're just asking questions and answering questions and trying to see if you can find your perfect match. So, perfect wrestling match. But I guess in a way, it's depending on how you look at it. It could be like romantic too, but I think the way I viewed it was mostly for wrestling. So, yeah, wrestling with emotions.
What made you
highly
find
suggest-
that or seek that
Yeah.
out?
I
Random
went
when you
to
presented it.
itch.io and I looked up the comedy tag, and I just scrolled down, and that's how I found it. So I saw the it is also free to play as well, but of course, on itch.io they have we suggest this price for the game, but there is the option to play it for free. So, but what attracted me to the game was sometimes on itch.io they have what are they called, thumbnails, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And theirs was kind of like a GIF. So I just really liked the way the GIF, it was just the text, wrestling with emotions, and it kind of like pulsated a little bit. And I was like, that looks nice. So I clicked on it. I was like, this game is great, or it looks great. So I downloaded it, played it, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, wrestling with emotions. Try it out.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, that is.
I did enjoy the gameplay video, so we highly recommend you check that out.
I enjoyed the ending. Watch it. It's on the VidMe channel for my VidMe people. And of course, if you have an indie game that you've played and you would like to put on Spotlight as well, you can message us at the Chronicles Gamers Podcast at gmail.com. Or, you can just write it at the bottom of the video.
Ifugee Shooter, do you have anything you want to share?
Yes. Because it's letting you know that it's there. Oh, and you too, SoundCloud people. Sorry. I know you guys are there. Anyways, is that it for Indie Radar? Because I don't have anything.
Oh.
That is it.
All
right. So we're going to take a small break. And when we return, we're going to go into the next topic. So stay tuned. Hi there, guys. Welcome back. Because now we're going into Sound Test, where we like to talk about any video game tracks and OSTs and music that you've heard and you want to showcase. Sound Test. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. So I'm going to kick things off. I found this little special song from a game that I never heard of, but I'm really curious in playing, and it's called Policenauts. They're police in space. And
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's this game from Konami. When Konami used to be cool. But they're not. Anyways, though, they have this soundtrack from Policenauts, and the soundtrack is number 26, and it's called My Love. And it is actually a really good track. Like, I wouldn't even have thought this was a freaking video game track. Like, it sounds like something that's you can just play, setting the mood, having that special someone over, have the candlelights lit. You look them dead in their eyes and you be like, hey, I think me and you should get closer in this Halo. Or Overwatch, if you guys play that. Or Gears of War, or Shadow of Mordor. Whole point is, I like the soundtrack. It's good. It's amazing. It's in the show notes, so if you want to listen to it and be like, "Damn, man, this is hot. This is some slow jams," then I'll be like, "Yeah, you're welcome." Who's next?
All right, I'll go next.
Yeah.
So the other day, I was listening to just YouTube playlists, and the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon soundtrack came up. I was like, oh yes, this game.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Oh gosh, what was it? It was the very first one. So the soundtrack that I want to share, it's called, the one particular track I want to share is called Parting Till the Farewell. So of course, the game's been out for a while now, but without giving any spoilers, the ending is it's really sad. It broke my heart. Actually, I think I cried when I was playing that part of the game, but and then every time I hear the track, I just remember how I felt in the moment and what was going on. But it's a good track. So take a listen if you'd like.
Sick with it.
That's it? Alright, man. Well, what's your sound test?
So, my sound test.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Just came in.
Right.
Hot off the press. Shout out to Nick Day.
Thank you.
Alfredo Freak on Twitter. Because he hooked me up.
Hell yeah.
With.
It's a Game Boy.
It's a Game Boy. But it's not a Game Boy.
No, it's a Game Boy.
No.
What does that say?
It's a tracker. So this is how the chiptunes were made back in the 80s off of the noise channel. So I have 2 pulse waves. I have 2 pulse sine waves or whatever waves I need to have. Then I have a wave channel. Then I have a noise channel. So I only have 4 channels to work with. The noise channel usually is the beats and the bumps and the beeps. And the wave channel usually is used for the bass. Then the pulse wave channel is usually used for chords or counterpoint lines. And then another one is for the melody. And so I can make really cool, really rad, super dope, excellent music.
Like what?
On this little thing that I just absolutely adore. And it sounds a little like this.
Yeah, it's not. Get him, Goofy. Get him.
It's while it's going, it's like doing like these random numbers. I mean, you can't really see it. The camera's not really doing a good thing, but
No.
It's really cool. And it plays. Woo! Too excited. Off the cartridge. And it's called LSDJ. So I will be doing a project with a friend of mine and creating the entire soundtrack from scratch off of this bad boy.
Off of
Game Boy.
Right
here.
All right. And then afterwards, you can play Pokemon Red.
Yes, I can, which I actually own. And then I can play it on
to.
my N64.
So you can play the
So I can play the Dode Rio version and get through everything hella faster.
And then you can play... Yeah.
Actually, this is interesting to the title of our segment for sound test because this is actually where it came from. I had this actual Game Boy. Well, not this one specifically in my hand, but the style, the color, and such, minus like the blue screen. And when I was young, I played Final Fantasy Legend 2, and on cartridges such as this, they had things called sound tests, and this is where you could demo all the sound effects and all the music on there. And I would just have this sitting up on top of like my shelf and just listening to stuff on repeat on my speaker. And the sound test is pretty much how I discovered the music that I wanted to. If I didn't want to play the game in the level and load it up, I could just press select up B or something, some kind of code, and then it goes to the sound test to test out. And I think that's actually how they were actually testing the music before without having to load a level to see how it sounded through the actual chip, which is the dot matrix code name for the Game Boy, or when it ends up being anyway, which you can find the title of usually around here. It would say dot matrix. And
Dot matrix.
So yeah, that is my official sound test for the day.
True story. Which is coming up next, since Gamer Composer gave that story. So we're going to take a small break, get you mentally prepared. And when we come back,
it's going to be great.
Come back with the next topic. So stay tuned. Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're going into True Story, where we like to talk about any video game moments or exciting... True Story, man. I don't even want to explain it. Gamer Composer's just messing me up over there. True Story. Lord Brioche.
Alright. So, just yesterday, Gamer Composer came over to my place, and we played a number of video games, but this true story pertains to Skyrim, and Gamer Composer's first time playing Skyrim. I was so excited. I was like, this game is great, and I get to watch like one of my best friends play. It's gonna be great. So what I loved about watching him play was he has like the best commentary. Like I wish I recorded some of it, but it was just like comments left and right. You know, like he played as an Argonian, which is the reptilian race in Skyrim. And so there's this one part. So at the very beginning of Skyrim, you know, there's like the whole, you're like bound and then you're brought into I forgot what the town was called, but basically like a bunch of these people are going to be executed. So then when one of the NPCs is like, next up is the lizard or whatever, and Gamer Composer is like, lizard, you watch your mouth. Like just a whole bunch of comments. But one of the most hilarious parts I remember is when you're trying to escape the keep and you're kind of like in this underground cavern area. There's a section where there's a bunch of spiders. And of course, like Gamer Composer brings out the fire and he's like, oh, I know how to deal with this. And he's just like blowing fire all over the spiders. So then afterwards he's just
spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray.
And then he's like spraying fire, like even after the spiders are dead, he's like spraying fire at the webs. He's just like trying to cleanse the entire place. And there's actually there's actually an asset. I think it's called Desiccated Corpse in the game, and it's basically like it starts out hanging from the ceiling, so it's just like a corpse wrapped up in a bunch of webs. So like of course he shoots fire at that too, and it like falls down. He keeps shooting fire around it, like playing around, and sure enough, he's like, oh, I seen the mummy, I know what happened. And, like, I don't know how, but in Skyrim, you can pick things up, right? But it doesn't actually show the animation of the hands picking up the item. It just kind of floats in front of you, like,
Right.
kind of like telekinesis or whatever, right? But Gamer Composer didn't know. I didn't tell him how to pick up an item, and I didn't tell him yet that, like, when
me
something
shit.
floats in front of you, that means you're holding on to it. So next thing you know, the corpse is just like, it just rose up in front of him. He was trying to like back up from it. He's swinging the sword at it, shooting fire at it. I was just on the floor. I was on the floor laughing and dying because it was like swirling all around him, following him wherever he went. It was just like...
Don't forget that I got knocked into third person by that robot.
Oh, and then there is this other... Okay, so, obviously in Skyrim, you fight NPCs. This one NPC just came up to him and, like, swung its sword. He was playing in first person at the time. But when he got hit by this NPC, there was like this quick flash on the screen, and you can see Gamer Composer's character for like half a second. He's like, "Damn, he's so strong! He knocked me into the third person."
Let's not forget about Cousin Thomas.
Oh my gosh, Cousin Thomas!
Yo, are you telling me you saw Thomas the legendary dragon?
Yes, I
Oh
did.
my gosh, he did.
Please tell.
He did. Okay, so because he played as an Argonian, he cheated Alduin, who, he comes in the beginning of the game to perch on the tower.
Yeah.
And, Argonian, lizard, reptile, dragon, kind of also reptilian and lizard-like. So he started calling him cousin. He was like, "Oh, cousin, you came here to save me!" And all this nonsense. And he started calling him Cousin Thomas. And then I thought, wait, why Tom? And then I thought, wait, is it because of the mod, the freaking Thomas the Train mod?
Dude.
Thomas the legendary dragon.
Dude.
The Dragon Slayer.
Every
People
single
talk too
time.
much in that game.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Every single time that like a dragon reference was made or whatever, Gamer Composer just kept saying, "Oh yeah, like Cousin Thomas and no. And it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, they talk too much. My hands are bound, and and I'm just looking at the sky, and I'm like, Skyrim, where the rims at?
Oh yeah. Does the sky have rims?
Are we riding spinners?
I mean, 4-4s?
4-4s?
4-4.
16s? And yeah, like, it was... it was actually pretty fun, I have to admit. I got jumped by some wolves. Scared the shit out of me.
Got hit by that wolf fang fist, huh?
Oh, yes. Lord Rios, tell them what happened.
Okay, so he was just walking along. I think it was
Running.
River Run, the first town that you go to, and he left. I think you went with Hadvar that time. So Hadvar was like way back, and Gamer Composer was just doing his own thing, going down the path and talking. And I don't even remember what kind of commentary he was supplying at the time. But next thing you know, these wolves just like coming out of nowhere. And like, I know I've played this game several times before, but every single time, like, they never cease to surprise me. So of course I got scared. I got even more scared because freaking Gamer Composer next to me, he was like, no. Oh, excuse me. And so,
you gotta kill the alpha wolf, man.
Oh man, yeah, he killed the wolves all by himself. Good job. And then he was blaming Hadvar like, "Where were you this entire time?" Like,
supposed to have my back.
Wolves. Yeah.
But he was mad because I let him take the brunt of the hits when we were in somewhere in the keep. I just was I was down in the DM. I was laying in the cut. Hey, you can fight yourself.
Oh my gosh. Like, for most of the fights, he was like, "Here, you go do it." He let the NPC that you're allied with go fight the enemies, and he just kind of like sit back and watch. And then sure enough, you can see like, oh, sneak increased to 21.
And then I come in after the fact and just and tell him next time I use mustard. I let the bear happen the same way. Shoot the bear, run away from the bear. I seen The Revenant. I'm not stupid.
That was a horrible movie, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, did y'all both look at me like that?
He's kidding.
True story, man.
Okay, but yeah, that was our true story. It was a lot of fun. I think next time if you come over and play, I need to record you in your commentary because someone I can't remember them all, but some of that was just priceless.
I'm glad that you enjoy it. It's sad that the Chronicles of Gamers audience will not be able to experience that one. Let's hopefully make it better. And better.
Mm-hmm.
And better.
And better.
True story.
True story.
True story.
All right, so I suppose it is our turn.
Mm-hmm.
Get up here, man. We got a nice little story. There we go. You comfortable, buddy? All right, he's comfortable. All right. Anyways, so
Are you comfortable, buddy?
why are you hating, man? You too? There we go. Sure, why not? Let's see how long you can keep that motherfucker there. Anyways, though, so I went to C2E2 and I went to Dial Up Games and I bought Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I mean, not Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3.8. And on Sunday, I ended up switching my PS4. So I went to GameStop, sold my shitty overheating PS4 for the brand new 1 terabyte. Paid like $180 for it. Not too bad. And then, I had to install everything, but I decided to play Kingdom Hearts 2.8. And I was really into I played a Fragment passage, and I gotta say, man, I had a lot of fun because I was really worried that the game was gonna be short. But there was one part of the game that kind of I really want to pop off because I was really at death's door, and I really should have lost, and I didn't die, which I was really surprised by. But there is this moment where you face Aqua faces herself inside the mirror of the Enchanted Dominion where the evil queen used to be. Like, if you know the story of Snow White, the evil queen that looks in the mirror. If you don't know the story of Snow White, I would suggest you just, watch it. But it's from the story of Snow White. And so you go inside the mirror and you face like this evil version of Aqua. You face her like 3 times, but the 3rd time, she's like at this super powerful form. And she almost got me a few times with like her Kage Bushins that you keep trying to fight and stuff like that. But the part that really kind of fucked me over is she ended up surprising me, hitting me from behind. I had no cure because I had to wait for my magic. And I needed, it was literally 1 hit and I was dead. So she just started like reappearing and she was starting to come around. And I was just blocking everything. I was dodging, blocking. Like, I really wish I recorded that moment. But it came to the last part where she created like 6 clones of herself. And then she fires like this huge fireball at me. And I managed to reflect it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And then out of nowhere, as soon as I reflected, she teleported right from behind, slashed me. And I actually got scared. And I'm like, as I got scared and I was yelling, I accidentally pressed squared, blocked the hit, got the counter, and I countered it. Like, this was all while I was screaming. Like, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't thinking. Like, it was just natural reaction. And I did it. And I was like, I died. I'm like, wait, what? I won. And I popped off. I grabbed Goofy. I was like, yo, man, I did it. I won. Yes.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah. I got no health, no magic, nothing. I didn't have a fucking potion. I was playing I'm proud. I popped the fuck off, man.
That's nuts. That must have been really intense.
Yes, because I had, like, I was like, oh shit, I fucking died. I was like, I was like, I won. Yes.
So did we, because we still got our things on our shoulders.
Yeah, but I took mine off the demonstrate because that's how I was playing. That's why I said
that's a true story.
Yeah, like this.
Video or didn't happen.
Ooh.
Same to you then.
Touche.
Indeed.
But I actually
True
have
story.
a tiny true story.
Okay.
So I was at Lord Riosh's house yesterday playing video games, and we did the Spiral Challenge.
Oh yes.
And I won.
And we have no results yet because I'm still having my best time at 1:34. She's doing pretty good. She's getting there.
I can do it in
I have to
30
admit.
seconds.
30 seconds, okay. Well,
Nah.
I'll let Lord Rios tell you why that's not possible.
Why is it not possible, Lord Bill?
Okay, so where do I start? So in this stage, you have to collect or hit things. So you have to collect 8 treasure chests. Well, actually, no. You can either... I think for the treasure chests, you have to, like, blow fire on them. For the boats, you can blow fire or you can hit them. So you have to get 8 of everything. There's 4 things that you have to get. Okay. So 8 boats, 8 planes, 8 arches, and 8 treasure chests. So if you want to do all of that in 30 seconds, let's say 32, to make it easier. 32 divided by 8 is 4, meaning you would have to get each thing within 4 seconds.
Okay,
So
that's not too bad.
But the thing is, the map is kind of there's multiple, I guess, chambers within the map, and these things are like all spread out. So, and also, it's not just like hitting the things and collecting. You have to find them. So, I mean, they're not like super hard to find, but they all have a certain pattern. So the chests and the arches stay in place when you spawn into the game. But the planes are constantly moving, same with the boats. So it's a lot to... I mean, like, Chase's best time was 1:34, and I had a difficult time. Like, I think my first time playing was, like, 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. And then the lowest I got to was, like, 2 minutes and 50 seconds or something like that. So it's kind of difficult, actually. And not only do you have to... watch out for the water, because if you hit the water, Spyro like drowns, and then you also have to be careful about like hitting the walls and stuff. There's a way to recover from hitting walls.
Oh, and her recovery is remarkable. I didn't even... Her first time playing the game, and I told her what to do. She came back. She could have drowned so many times hitting that wall. Her comebacks. She never died with that, like hitting like the walls. Let's just say that, or anytime that her recovery is just like impeccable.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to be careful with the water. You have to be careful about... Because some of the treasure chests... And the boats, because they're rowing across water, they're close to the water. So you have to be careful about flying a certain height above the water to shoot. Because when you shoot fire, it shoots straight. So if you're flying horizontal, it's going to shoot straight. Or if you're diagonal, it's going to shoot straight. The problem is, if you're flying diagonally towards a boat, and you shoot the fire, there's always a chance that you're gonna go into the water, so you have to be careful about swooping and whatnot too. So there's all those things you have to worry about. There's 32 different things to collect. Oh wait, no! What am I saying? Okay.
We're just getting started?
So if there's 32... No, I did my math completely incorrectly. If there's 32 objects to collect and you want to do it in less than 30 seconds, that means you have to collect each item in less than a second, which I will tell you right now is impossible.
Wait, let me do the math. I gotta do the math on this one. Hold on, folks. Okay, so we have... So there's how many objects? 32. 32 objects.
And you want to do the stage in 30 seconds, right?
Right.
Okay.
So we got divided by 8, because there's 8, right?
There's 32 total items, but okay, so there's like 4 categories, but 8 in each. Categories. So 4 multiplied by 8 is 32. So 32 items total.
Okay, so
get them.
We got the 4 seconds, and then we got the 4 seconds, and then what else is there?
Oh, there's just 32 objects to collect in total, and you want to do the stage in 30, right? So technically, it's 30 divided by 32.
Right.
Because then you'll get the average.
So we'll do 30 divided by 32, and then we'll do it plus. So this is in seconds. Then we'll do plus 60 seconds. And then we'll do this to the third power because that's Spyro, right? That's all right. So then if we do that, the answer will be plus or minus 90 seconds.
The square root of the minus plus or minus the square root of your bullshit right now.
Hold on. Let me do the math, all right? I'm going to do the math so I can figure this out. So
I did the math.
Plus or minus 90 seconds. Okay. And then we're going to square that.
Oh dear.
By, Chase's attitude. And then and then we're going to, multiply that by Lauren's first time. Lauren playing. And then we're going to take the derivative of that to the 0. So the final answer is... Okay. Okay, so here we go. So, here's the math. I want you to look at the math, guys. And then here's the final answer.
Oh my gosh!
So, for those that don't know, the final answer is not recorded, doesn't count. Done. True story.
You need to get quicker at math, because that took way too long.
Well, see, the problem is I have to really factor in the equation of, Lauren hitting the water. Well, not hitting the water, but bouncing off the wall, going wall to wall, side to side. And then I have to factor in... Yeah, then I have to factor in, you going head first into the water. So... Then I have to factor in my time. So.
Equals you not being able to do it in no time.
In 30 seconds.
I mean, plus or minus 90, whichever. Just saying. Ain't that right? Yeah, even he agrees.
Sounds like we have a new challenger, Lord Brioche.
Ooh, perhaps we do.
Sounds like someone needs to pick up that Spyro game and get to that level.
No, I'm good, man. You know what I'm gonna do?
Because you can't get on my level.
Oh, I don't need to. I surpassed it.
By your bullshit. That's cool.
No, I surpassed it with this guy's help.
Well, unfortunately, folks,
True
we're
story.
going to take the small break. Those are true stories. We'll
Yes.
come back. We'll be wrapping it up.
But, of course, if you have your own true story, my VidMe people and SoundCloud people, you may message us at the Chronicles Gamers Podcast at gmail.com. And we will share your story live. Well, not live. It's recorded.
No, live.
But
Yeah.
it's technically live. But live! In front of a studio audience. But we're going to take a break, so stay tuned. Hey there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're going to the final part of the show where we have to say goodbye.
Sayonara.
But before we do, you already know what time it is. It's time for Selfless Plugins. Go.
At Chase Bethia on Twitter.
There we go. And what else, Chase Bethia?
Reality Soundtrack was released April 18th. It is out. Go check it out in the Steam store. You missed the launch sale. It was 15% off. But my soundtrack is still going on. I believe it's 20% off on Steam. And if you want to support it on Bandcamp, chasebethia.bandcamp.com. $4 on there. And it's on iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon, Deezer.
Go for it.
And Spotify. I know you Spotify lovers out there.
And Kotaku.
So you have no excuse to not hear it.
Yeah, man. And Kotaku.
Kotaku?
Kotaku.
They have music players?
Probably. And YouTube and Facebook and MySpace.
It's not on YouTube.
What about MySpace?
Oh, MySpace. Yeah, I'm a MySpace listener.
And Black Planet. Lord Brioche?
At Lauren Swim, send me memes. I love memes.
You heard
That's
that here,
it.
folks. He wants memes. That's it? That's it, Lord Brioche? Chronicles of Gamers Podcast. gmail.com. Message us. Let us know what you think of the episode. If you want to say a true story, if you have a video game soundtrack that you're interested in.
If you don't agree with our hype topics and you're not hyped about it.
If you're not hyped about it and you're like, hey, I got more shit that's better than what you guys are talking about, then bring it. Yeah. Of course, you can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ eFocutioner. Right there. Or you can follow COG Podcasts on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com, Chronicles Gamers. Or just type in the Chronicles Gamers. YouTube, just type in the Chronicles Gamers. Well, actually, why? VidMe. You guys, you already know what to do. That's why I love you guys so much. Yo, you guys are the number one best people. So I don't even have to say shit. Yeah, it's so true. I don't even have to say shit. But, you know, for those that are new to VidMe or interested about VidMe, vidme.com/chroniclesgamers. VidMe is a wonderful channel. I love it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What about you, Goofy? You got anything to say? Yeah, Goofy ain't got shit to say.
He's mute.
Oh gosh.
Goofy ain't got nothing to say. Yo, Goofy ass. Anyways, that's it, folks. We're out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for pressing that play button. Copycats. But, stay lit.